Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am having some technical difficulties for some reason. Let's see. I'm waiting on my guest to join as well, and it is hot. It's a good day because the sun came out, and we've all been waiting on that. So I'm not going to complain about this heat because I for one, am very excited. Let's see. Okay, there it is. I'm just waiting on my guest to join now. Whew, yeah. So she should be joining soon. All kind of noises in the house right now. I'm already stopped. But yeah, I'm here. I am really yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm keeping it, within the same. We are going with another rosé. This is a French rosé, and it is by sound like some craziness is going on outside. Let's see. Let me see. She says she's waiting on me. Let me go ahead. Oh, okay. There it goes. I see you. All right, finally. Oh man. Okay, let me go, go ahead.
Body.
So she is here. Let's see. Oh man.
Fine, girl.
Hey, Micah is on time. Look at that. It's hot and rainy here, just muggy and gross. Oh, I love the artwork on the wall.
Yeah, girl. I didn't realize that's right here.
That's great though. That looks good.
Yeah, that's Lena Horne and wait, Lena Horne and Dorothy Dandridge.
I love it. That's
So
so funny. So my friend is logged on through her husband's account. So
look,
that's
everybody's having issues tonight. I'm like, what is going on?
you know what? It's the heat. It's the heat. Let's just blame it on the heat. Call it what it
I got
is.
my wine, girl. Look, I really got my wine. Cause
Hey, I love it because I ask everybody every week, "What are you drinking?" And please don't be drinking water because it's a wind down. And even if you don't want to drink wine and you just got some liquor, we taking it.
look, so yeah, this is some menage a trois something.
You know what? I that was my go-to a while ago.
No, it's good. But see, I'm not a drinker, so it works.
Okay. See, I can't even drink it anymore. Like the smell of it makes me nauseous.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and that's what somebody else said. They was like, "Oh, you didn't got bougie." I was like,
Eh,
maybe.
I mean, I drink a lot of stuff, but but I'm not a real drinker. I'm
I will admit though, now after doing this and really tasting different wines, I will admit I can't drink certain things anymore.
yeah, to acquire that good taste.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because that was the whole objective of this was to embrace a different lifestyle.
Yes,
But it's all on a budget. It's literally, everything is $20 and under, just like in the grocery store. So, you know, it,
definitely.
it's due to he has no commercials for, oh, she hates commercials. Yeah, kids don't like commercials when they're watching YouTube. I've noticed that. Kids don't like any interruptions when
We
they're.
don't like commercials either, though.
I don't mind it because then that gives me a chance to go run and get a snack, old school style.
No, I got you. But when you on like Hulu and stuff, I was like, it takes forever to go through a series if you don't pay for the extra subscription.
That's true. That's true. And I don't pay for it. I'm not paying for
I
nothing.
already, I already got a little bit of ADD over here where I can't sit still. I'm looking for my phone right now, forgetting I'm on it.
That's
So
so funny.
you know what I mean?
No, but it's real. Trust me. The struggle be real sometimes. Like, have you ever been on your phone and been looking for your phone?
No, all the time.
I've had that happen, and it was funny because my daughter was laughing at me because I was just like, "Dang!" I said, "I don't know what I did with my phone." She said, "The one you talking to me?" I'm
Right?
like, and mind you, I'm on FaceTime, so yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, either I need a drink or make no, I wasn't drinking yet, so I needed one.
Yeah. No.
But this wine is from Post Malone,
Okay.
so I would really hate for this to not be good.
Well, you gonna find out.
But hey, we're gonna find out. It's pretty. It's really
Yeah,
pretty.
bottle's cute. But see, that's how they get you sometimes, is that the bottle is super cute and then the wine be trash.
You know what? I had one on here and I felt so bad. And I always do this. I overpour. And I felt so bad because it was somebody
Look,
asked me to do.
look, they're asking a question. They said that we have a day. I didn't do anything today. It was my last day off. Today is my Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely nothing and had a great day.
So yes, you had a great. The sun came out, so I will
Yes, I went and
say.
worked out. I've been trying to get that thing back, you know?
Okay, so let's see. It's got good legs, really good legs.
I don't know nothing about any of that.
So the legs are how when you swirl it and you see how it stays up there. So those are the legs. We're gonna swirl it
Well,
around a little bit.
I probably has it's yeah, I don't have nothing of that.
It smells really good. Okay,
But
let's see.
taste it, girl. I don't like your
It's
face.
no. So you know what? I was expecting because I'm so used to most people's rosés, they're overly sweet, and I'm really surprised. It's kind of dry.
Okay, okay.
I'm really shocked. This is not terrible. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest rosé I've had because I've had some really good ones lately.
Yeah.
But I hate when people talk about legs on wine.
Look,
Welcome, Jay.
I didn't know wine could go and walk. So
Hey, it walks down my throat on a regular basis. So I will say that one.
yes, yes.
But it's not. I wouldn't. I've been looking at the damn thing like hold up the glass, man. After a couple, you ever? I've had once where I drank so much and I didn't realize how hard I put the glass down, but it shattered.
Oh,
And that's when I was like, I need to cut myself off.
yeah. No. I don't drink really. Not really. I'll have like one drink and then that's it.
A lot of people are at that point now. And I mean, and that's a good thing. You're a cheap date.
Oh no, I mean, well, no, because I eat, girl. You gonna put
She said, as long as it gets me buzzed, I can have all the legs at once. She's so funny.
no, I'm the girl though. Look, I like to eat. I'm a foodie, okay?
Okay.
Me and Lisa, we go out. That's what we do. We like look for spots to go eat at, and like, oh, that looks good. That's what we send each other on online,
Oh, so you guys go on Yelp and look at places and
or we just follow like the ones that are on the LA thing. It's like a couple of pages where it tell you where stuff is in LA, and yeah.
okay.
So we love food. Like I love food, everything. I will try almost anything. I won't say everything, but I will try a lot.
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna say I'm that adventurous. Like I went out Saturday and literally ordered from the kids menu.
No, I love girl. I When I started working at a restaurant some years back, they made us taste everything on the menu. And the only thing I wouldn't eat was like mushrooms. I lied to them and said I was allergic to them. But now it's funny, I kind of like mushrooms now too.
Really?
But the pizza I used to work at California Pizza Kitchen, and the pizza just stunk to me. I didn't like it. Was the wild mushroom pizza. And I was like, this looks disgusting. But that was like when I wasn't eating bell peppers or anything. It had to be cooked all the way down and stuff. Onions, none of that. Tomatoes. I didn't eat nothing.
Now
That's probably why I was so skinny in high school.
I miss. You know what? I don't miss high school weight. I don't.
Oh, they are good for you, especially the portobello.
No, Eva does love to eat. Yeah. And you know what? I saw Liesel back in February. I was hosting a Galentine's, and she just happened to be there. It was like, what the world? So it was me, her, and Kiana Graves,
Okay, yeah,
and it was all three of. I was like, what in the world? So no,
yeah,
that was pretty cool.
yeah. We will get in the car and be on a mission for some food. Yes, we will. We will fly somewhere and go get some food. Like go to Mexico. Let's go to Mexico and go get some tacos.
That is hilarious. I've been finding different restaurants, and the more I see, like I saw a sign today that said bottomless mimosas. They are the ones that grab my attention easier. If they have a sign or something on their window that says bottomless mimosas, oh, I'm quick to be like, hey, let's try this. So
Yeah, who cares
yeah.
if the food is nasty?
You too drunk to care.
Right, right.
Jack's after a night of drink. Man, Jack in the Box after you've been drinking is
Delicious. Those potato totters or whatever they call the ones with the bacon on it.
oh, I have not tried those yet,
Really?
but their tacos are everything.
Yeah.
Their tacos are everything. You know what? This is really not bad though. But there's oh my gosh, fabulous burgers over in Hawthorne on Lamoli.
I've never been there.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. They have literally the best chili cheese fries with pastrami.
Oh, a pastrami. Now I'm not a big pastrami person, but I'll eat it. I'll try it.
Done turned the wine down to a food now. I know, I know.
Hey, but if you have some good wine with some good food,
Seriously. And I've been finding, and I've been because I am such a boy mom.
yeah.
I have to try and find wines that'll go good with stuff that little boys want to eat, like pizza.
But you know what? My son is the one that's bringing all the wine here now because he's 21 now.
Mmm.
So he's like, "Mom, I bought this today," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
That's so cool though. I love it. I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I came on here so I can make sure I gave a good description of this wine, and you ain't gonna believe what I just found.
What did you find, girl?
Mary J. Blige got a wine.
Okay. We're gonna have to try that, and we're gonna have to do her little dance. The.
Woo! Girl, I'm gonna have to put on some boots though. I'm gonna do that. As you see, I done lost it. I perked up on that one because Mary J. Blige and Fantasia, I don't care. They can do no wrong dancing in my book. Like
Just
them two are hands
yeah,
down two
yeah.
of the greatest.
You gotta do that. Look, I can't do it on the couch, but
Girl, like she gets it. Like Mary J. B. I'm like, yes, she gets it. So yeah,
yeah.
her Fantasia, and when Fantasia take off them shoes, oh, it's a wrap. It's a
Oh
wrap.
yeah. Oh, you gonna get some good music. That's how you gonna get. You gonna get that good music when the shoes come.
Yes. So I'm like, man, but I have not even got the chance to introduce you yet. So this is one of my really good friends. I've known her since my freshman year of high
Yeah.
school. Uh, Rachel,
I,
and I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell them what you do.
so I am a artist that happens to do nails. I'm a licensed nail tech. I do mobile services for a few celebrities, and it's just fun. It's fun. I love what I do, and it's just interesting because it's an industry that there's not a lot of people with some color in it,
Yeah,
and I don't think people really realize that they're servicing these. They're going to these other. They're patronizing these other people, and it's actually very. They don't like us. You know what I mean? So it's
well, you
just
can tell that when you sit down and they start talking.
yeah. I mean, I had to put Google Translate on. They were talking about me the other day, and I'm like, I know what you said. Google Translate on.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah. So I mean, I'm very good at what I do.
Yes,
I'm
and we will make sure to do
Rachel
that.
the nail artist. Rachel the nail artist on IG. And that's Rachel Rachel, not AL. Not adding all those extra letters. Um, but it's been a very interesting journey. it's like especially coming in as a woman, as older. Like I feel like if you're a nail tech or something, doing hair or something like that, and you're coming right out of high school and you're like in college, you can get all your friends. They're coming to let you burn your hair out or whatever.
True.
But it's like being somebody, I was like 38 when I started doing the nails, and yeah, and I'm not ashamed of my age, y'all. I'm okay with that. But yeah, people don't want to come to you. They already have their people that they're going to. So it's like, where do you get to practice, or
Mhm.
even shoot, even in the school, I was the only black girl in the class. There was actually two others that were there over the 6 months, but we were never really in the class for more than maybe about 2 weeks together, because the classes, you can start a new class every week. um I was self-taught for the most part. I learned nothing in the class. I'm gonna be totally honest. I was Google University, for real. YouTube actually has helped
No,
me.
seriously, YouTube will teach you more than school will sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, I've learned so much, but I was already like, yeah, I mean, I've been doing art stuff since high school, so that part was easy for me. But like learning the techniques of like really learning how to do the acrylics and um gel X, but that was where I actually started with a gel X. Um, and it just, at first it was a hobby, and then I started making money off of it, and now it's my full time gig. And I mean, I've met some phenomenal people. I've had some work in Saks Fifth Avenue, a couple of magazines. I've been featured in a couple of magazines. So it's been a wonderful journey so far. But I definitely want to help women of color get into the industry, and actually us sticking together and really supporting, because people don't support. They say that, okay, people can sit up here and say all day that they are going to support I want to support a black nail shop. No,
Hmm.
they're not. They're not. And I'm just going to keep it 100. I mean, I finally got to the point where I was like, whatever. I'm getting more support
Strangers.
from Sally down the street, you know what I mean, than I am getting from my people. And I'm not saying I don't get any support, but everybody going to Ling Ling, and I'm just going, they are. and
They
and
are. No, it's true.
and I'll be honest with y'all, Ling Ling ain't clean. Let's just keep it 100. I've seen some stuff to the
Yeah.
point of I was like, that's nasty as fuck. Like, what are you doing? And y'all are still going to Ling Ling. So
Right.
I mean, it's like, but people, they want to go, oh, for the cheapest price or whatever, or people don't want to pay for the mobile fee. If I'm sitting in traffic for 2 hours, you got to pay for that.
Exactly.
I'm hauling a whole nail shop to your spot. You gotta pay for that. And
Definitely.
if you're going, and people want to come and get all 10 fingers with designs, well, you got to pay for that. That's going to be between $5 and $15 per fingernail. It takes that long. So
Hmm.
all those designs is gonna take us 3 hours to get your nails done, depending upon what you getting on it. If shoot,
Exactly.
people getting stuff where it looking like lava lamps and everything else in there. So it's like, yeah, it's not gonna take 45 minutes to do your nails. It's gonna take 2 hours. So it's crazy because I mean, like when you go to those, I work in a fancy shop now, and I
Been there,
also,
done
you know,
that.
yeah, girl, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I make more money when I'm working by myself, when I'm going doing the mobile. So,
Right.
um, they take 50%. A lot of places are 50, between 50, 40, between 50, 40 and 50%.
Okay.
So that's why they're always like, oh, you want callus removal or you want whatever? Yeah, because they need them upcharges so that they can go and make some money.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not making any money. When I go work for myself, you
It's
know,
all
all
you.
the money, and I might have done one client, but half of my money is going to to the shop.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to be quick, 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 quick. And I'm learning to get faster and faster, and
Right.
in and out, because that's the way that you make your money. And then yes, the upcharges. as those upcharges are going to take you longer, and those upcharges might only be $5.
Right. And people have to understand that they're paying for not just, the service, but they're also paying for your experience. So the more you do it, the better you get, and that's what they're getting.
No, it's more like Debo.
Like an ex-wife.
No, but I feel you. But they be Debo when you like, give me my money.
No, I believe. And it's crazy because anytime you go through any type of service to, kind of get yourself established, they really take more. It's like, oh, well, we're finding the clientele for you. Yeah, but I'm doing the service.
Well, I mean, I like 40. I didn't really have a problem with 40, but that 50 be hurting my feelings. Like, I'm not going to even lie.
Right.
That 50, that extra 10% hurt my feelings. But
Hmm.
where it has been working out is the tips. So
Right.
really, they do tip well. Well, at the store I'm at, they tip well because I'm in Beverly Hills, and
Okay.
clientele is very high. So um, I'm getting
And the
like
tips are 100% yours, right?
yes, those are mine. Yeah. So sometimes I might get, a 50% tip, but so like I've been able to like for the most part not really touch my my checks for a lot of times because it's like I'm making enough doing, with the tips. Well, it's enough to get by to like kind of have fun with. I wouldn't say it pays all the bills, but it's enough to have fun with.
And see, and that's the thing. I was just telling another friend the other day. They're like, "Have you ever thought about moving?" I said, "I have, but not in a serious sense. Like I joke about, yeah, I'm good. If I ever had to leave, I'd move to Canada because, for one, you'd be very well taken care of in Canada.
Yeah.
I would rather hustle and live here because it's like we have everything, literally.
No, I got you.
I'm
Like,
like, it's crazy, but and it's so funny that you talk about, the support, because a lot of times we say, "Oh, my friend does this, my friend does that," and then it's one time only. They support you like the first 5 minutes of you doing something, and then it's like, okay, so where are you now?
well, and you know what? And when I say support, I'm like posting when you see a good post, or you like
Mhm.
posting because then that somebody else will see it.
Exactly.
You
Leaving comments on the post. People
Yeah,
don't understand
that's
how
fine.
much
Yeah,
that does for it. So it's just like there's so many ways to support your friends and your family when it comes to it, and stop asking for discounts. I truly hate that with a passion. Don't ask for a discount because guess what? You wouldn't go ask Nike for a discount.
no, definitely, they're not gonna go ask Louis Vuitton. I mean, they might want it, but
Right.
they gonna go buy the little cheap one for that.
Exactly. But and that's the biggest thing that I notice in our community that does happen is the discount. Oh, can you show me some love and things like that? And it's like, no, because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I still have my bills to pay. I still have a family to support.
yeah,
I still have X, Y, and Z. And
supply time.
exactly. I'm trying to survive as just like you are. And if you want to use me, then guess what? You have to pay it. Or you can go somewhere else and pay that price and see that what I was charging you was some love in there.
And I mean, once I started working, well, like, cause I started doing mobile first, and
Hmm.
once I started working at the shop, I was like, dang, I wasn't charging for this. This was just part of my service. And I mean, I'm even talking about like the foot scrub is an extra $5, or shoot, what else? I mean, just like the foot scrub mainly on the pedicure was what blew my. But I was like, oh, even like they don't really put foot soak. They'll put like I used to put this foot soak in there, so it kind of like softens up the skin and stuff. No, they just use regular soap on there. Um, hey, Mel, stop, you guys. I'm on. I'm on live, so stop. Um, Yeah, so they don't even charge for I mean they charge you for you to get like the foot soak or the little when they put the little crystals or blue,
Yeah.
cost extra. And it's just things that I was like, I'm kind of glad about my experience about working in the shop, because then I saw how they were charging for everything.
Yeah. And those are things I think, especially we tend to make the mistakes in the beginning. Minorities trying to be too, yeah, no, seriously. And we don't know how to charge when we first start either.
So we're going really low.
Exactly.
Let me get people in, and honestly, if you're doing quality work, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like they're not worried about um
Exactly,
the
Jay.
price. They're
Exactly.
gonna pay it. They're gonna pay it. You know.
And that's the sad part, because you want to do this for your people,
Hmm.
and it's your people that's the ones that are nickel and diming you like crazy,
All
because
the time.
every other race is going to support you without asking for a discount, without asking for anything. And that's why, it's like when I go to my friends, like even with you, I've come to you a couple times to do things for me.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for no discount. I'm not asking for no, oh, we've been friends for
Do
over 20
yeah.
years. Can you? No.
Do the full price. You know.
I'm like, what's your price? Okay, what you need? Let me know how to get it done. How we
But
meet.
you know what? This is another issue I have with what I've noticed with our people is they are some amazing nail techs, but they are not licensed.
Oh,
I know girls with 100K followers, but you're not licensed. What are you
damn.
doing? You know, and, you stupid. But
Seriously, you want them discounts? Go over there and watch what you get, because you'll
yeah,
be calling me
but
right after.
but the thing is, so this is the problem though with that is that if you're not licensed, I mean, there's different procedures that you need to learn how to clean your products.
Right.
You know, and then you can't like work on like sets and stuff where that big
Hmm.
from, you know? So it's like you're cheating yourself.
Exactly.
And I mean, it makes me realize why they don't respect us. Anybody. They sit up there and they talk about us because we always trying to cheat stuff instead of just doing it the right way. It's a
Hmm.
400. I know in California it's 400-hour program. I know some other states it might be like 600 hours. I mean, you can get that done in 10 weeks. Even 50, like I took 6 months cuz I was BSing and going really slow. Um, but at the same time, like you can get it done, and it's fairly. You can get financial aid.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, even if you have to pay out of pocket, it's really not that much. And that's the thing too. All these schools, they don't even care.
Right.
Like they don't care, y'all. They don't care.
And
So,
and the crazy part, but I'm proud of you. I'm very very proud of you.
well, thank you, because it's been a journey.
I know, and I'm very, hi lady. I'm glad you made it. Hope you got a
Hello.
drink. I'm glad you're doing what makes you happy, because I'm glad to say I've been a part of the journey with you.
Yes, and I have sold everything, girl.
When I say my girl has done everything from, I've had her do custom glasses for me. I've had her do artwork for me. I mean, I'm not going to show it because y'all know I'm very private with certain things in my life, but she's dope.
No, and it's been a journey on me finding where I can be creative and still make money.
Right.
It's been because even with artwork, people didn't want to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like I mean, these pieces behind me just to get it's with broken glass, you guys. So broken glass and resin, and the whole thing I had to paint it, then basically paint it over with glitter,
Oh
then put
goodness.
put it's glass on there, and then do the resin on top. And somebody didn't want to give me what I wanted for it, and so you see they still on my wall because I said F y'all.
And
No.
they're beautiful.
Thank you. No, I mean they're my favorites, and that's why I was like, no, like unless somebody offered me like a really big number, they're gonna stay on my wall. And that,
Well, I ain't
well,
gonna, I can't offer you a big number, but I can definitely. put it out there. But no, seriously,
I mean, I'm okay, but they go with my decor now, girl.
they
So
do, girl, because they popping.
yeah, they just up there with doing what they do. So they're gonna stay up there for now.
Trust me,
And
you're the canvas I had done is up in my living room, and I
see,
love it.
I appreciate that.
I love
Like,
it. I
but it's like now I just look at it like this, that now I'm doing artwork on hands, and the joy of doing nails, it makes people feel good.
yeah,
You don't even have to get polished, just rubbing on somebody's feet or hands, and they're like, oh, that feels good. They're getting relaxed.
right.
So it's like, when I have like some of my celebrity clients that are like, oh, I was thinking about you on stage. Like, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like,
That
you think about
is
little old me, you performing for all these people, you think about little old Rachel. And I just think that it's just it's phenomenal to, like, the people, like I said, I actually do one of the Earth, Wind and Fire members. I mean, like, when I first met him, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm a little starstruck. Like, this is dope. You're a legend.
right.
And now, like, he's become family, and
That's so awesome.
I'm just blown away, by him and his talent, and just, I mean, they've been around, what, 50 years or so, or something like that.
Since before we were born.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't even thought of, and for them to
Yeah,
still rocking it, like, they still perform,
right. Like
so
perform, not no half-ass laziness.
yeah, no, and I'm talking about going all the time, like,
Right.
so it and that's where I'm saying, like, I feel like we as a people are, taking a account of us, doing getting our license and stuff like
Yeah,
that, because I would have never got them if I didn't get my license.
right.
So it's you know I mean, it's
I
just,
get it.
I've got to work on some sets, and I mean, I've met some incredible people.
That
It is, and I mean, and I'm talking about, I was doing nails for 2 years before that. I've only been licensed for a year, and I'm already making over, like, six-figure income, and I'm just starting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, so it's like, I'm still not where I want to be,
right.
because I mean, but to be just starting off, and for the most part, I
Hi,
just
Naya.
started I just, like, really, really started being in the salon because I didn't want to be at the salon. Like,
Right.
I was working for myself, like, part time, and make
Working for yourself is really, really, it's hard.
yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
and you don't want to go sometimes, or you don't have anybody, and you're like, cricket, cricket, cricket.
and having reliable people in your corner when you work for yourself is a really hard thing. It's a really hard thing because people say, "Oh yeah, I'll be there," and then they don't show up.
Or they call 5 minutes before.
Right.
I mean, but then that goes to where you have to. I mean, I don't really do it because I don't have too many people do that to me anymore, because my time is really limited now. But uh, you got to charge, like, a deposit, and it goes to you.
Mhm.
If you don't come, you're still gonna get charged a deposit. So it definitely, it can be very challenging,
Definitely.
but
My
rewarding at the same time,
Yeah,
because
my
it's
niece is an
fun.
esthetician, and when I say she makes sure you have to pay a deposit and you have
Mhm.
to send it in advance for her to even confirm the appointment. So even though you booked it online, for her to hit the button for you to be on the calendar, she has to receive, your deposit. And the deposit does go towards, the service that you're
Yeah,
booking.
yeah,
But she's got bills to pay too. So if you waste her time and she could have had that filled with someone
yeah.
that was actually going to show up, at least she gets something.
No, for sure, for sure. And
And
so it sucks that you have to do that, but people are like, oh, I can just let that go today.
yeah,
And it's like, okay, but you're not thinking about, okay, this
that
person. does still have to pay their bills. You made this appointment.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely challenging. But it's fun. It's so fun. And I mean, just even like sometimes you're hustling and you're hearing people's combos and they're talking with their girls, they don't even think nobody's listening. Somebody's
Right.
listening. And yeah, I mean, it's fun,
I'm
and
so happy for you. Like that really makes me smile because I know the work that you've been putting in from, even just your artwork to going to nails. And when you started the page and you're like, hey, make sure I'm like, no, this is dope. That's why when, even during, Women's Month, I was like, no, I want to make sure that everyone that I know that is doing something that's positive, that's amazing, especially black. I know people like to talk about my color because, I'm high yellow, but
look,
what
I'm high yellow too.
I'm still black, but
Look,
I'm
but that white
all
people don't
for
want us either. They don't
it.
want us.
Oh, we have it hardest because we got to prove our black to people.
And I'm the one that's always wearing little Africa earrings and stuff. And don't nobody still want to mess with me. Are you mixed? My parents both
But
identify
what
as,
what makes it worse is we went to private school, so we really hear it, and I'm just like, and
right?
I'm a
You know,
private school kid.
but we as a as a community need to definitely build our and really recycle the dollar and
Hmm.
um you know um like Caleb has his little clothing business and stuff like that. So I want to definitely support him on his stuff too, but it's mainly men's clothing, so maybe I'll have to see if I can get like a hat or something,
Right.
you know
But
but
any way to collab with people is like the
yeah,
best way.
you know so or maybe do a pop-up shop with them or something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, just something. Um but another thing too that I'm working on some products, so I'm going to start coming out with my own line.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, you got to think about it. We ain't spring chickens anymore, and I got to start thinking about retirement. And that's where the money is, is having your stuff on the shelf, and people are like, "This is some good quality product," and they're gonna go pick up your stuff, picking up somebody else's stuff. So that's my next journey. So in the next few months or so, you guys should start. I'll start putting out like a little soft sale with some stuff where you'll see my things out there.
And trust me, you'll have a client because my daughter will be back in town for 4th of July. And
Okay.
I promised her I would have her nails done for her birthday, even though
Okay.
her birthday is next week, but she'll be here for the 4th of July. So you'll be taking care of her because she want her nails done, and I promised I would get her nails done. So we support black,
Oh no, definitely, definitely.
and I know you can't. I know you want your baby up in there.
Wait, you said my baby?
Hmm.
What? Look, these are the babies you got to worry about. These.
But no, it's crazy because people don't understand that it is still your job. And
Mhm.
like even with my honey, it's like he does construction and remodeling, and people are like, "Oh, you're always pushing." I'm like, "Yes, I am pushing because for one, I wouldn't push him if he did crappy work.
Mhm.
When I say he does amazing work, yes, I'm going to promote the hell out of him because I know what he can do. I've seen his work. His work speaks for itself. So when people are like, "Oh, X, Y, and Z," and there are things that he has learned since he started where it's like, "Oh, I need to charge for this. I need to charge for that." And I'm like, "Yeah,
And then it's like your time on top of that.
exact oh, and travel.
Yeah, the
Travel.
travel. You know what? And in LA, okay, that's what makes it the hardest as far as being the mobile. So I figured because of traffic, I can probably only take 3 mobile clients a day when I do my mobile because like sometimes I'll have somebody like as far as Calabasas, and then somebody will call me and it might be Torrance. Those are we already got what about 3 hours worth of travel in there.
Exactly.
So it's like um a lot of so at first people were like, "Oh, can you come here? Can you come there?" And I'm like, "Nah." I can't. Like I'm gonna
Because
lose
you look
time.
at it and you have to weigh how much is it going to cost me to get there?
Mm-hmm.
Are they possibly going to tip? If they tip, if it kind of you're like, okay, well the tip could pay for the gas.
Yeah.
Even
Oh, well,
even local,
but to be honest with you, um, my high end clients, they don't tip, but their prices is high enough where it doesn't even matter.
I've noticed that rich people are cheaper than poor people.
Well, but I wouldn't say that they're cheaper because I mean, granted, my prices, the prices that I charge them
You
are
put in your tip pretty much.
basically, you know what I mean?
And
Like,
that's smart.
so it's like, I mean, I don't feel like, oh, I'm getting cheated or anything like that. Um, but their price is their price. And,
Exactly.
I mean, so, I mean, but like, honestly, like going into somebody else's space, some people might not like this though, but like going into somebody else's space and you're seeing somebody work or editing a movie or somebody might be getting fitted for a show or something, and so a stylist is coming in. Shoot, like the guy from Earth, Wind and Fire. I've seen his award collection. Like, who gets to see this stuff? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like I get to see this, and I mean, it's cool. And I mean, it's even to the point where I've had to sign non-disclosures because I'm seeing
Yeah,
things.
that's pretty big.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I can't really say what I see, but like I've seen somebody, movies that I'm waiting to see come out. You know what I mean? Because I've seen
Awesome.
the work they've put in there, and so I'm anxious to see the final, you know, thing where it's like, wow, look at all that work. And I
Right.
definitely have a different respect for people in the industry, as far as people doing movies and writers, directors, all of that. And they're on strike right now, and it's a lot of work because you got to think, you got to come up with the story first, then you got to come up with people, you got to come up with an actor, then you got to
Right.
that's taping it. Are you going to be in the right spot taping it? Is the lighting correct?
Mhm.
I mean, it's to the point where I've seen some of them fix people's teeth, and they're, oh, it doesn't look right in the background. The back too cartoony, and you see them changing. And it's like, wow. So when I say like I've learned so much being in somebody else's environment, but then also there's this nasty people too. So you going in their house, you're like, this is what it. Why would you even call for the service? You need to call somebody to come clean your house. It's that bad, like to the point where I'm like, ill, is a roach gonna crawl in my pocket? Or is
Are you gonna
or,
take bed bugs?
yeah,
Something
it's nasty.
that
So yeah, but it's fun, man. Like it's fun. And I really want to just pass it along to somebody else because I wish I would have been doing this years ago.
and
But
and sometimes you don't know what you really are passionate about until and sometimes it is later in life. Look at Oprah. Oprah was what, 30 something?
yeah, no, was she older than that? No, she might have been 30 something.
I think she was in her 30s. But
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know. And that's why I tell people all the time, stop. I'm never against college. College is great if you know what you want to do. But college isn't for everybody. And we need
But
to stop
college is also a
pushing-
business.
we need to stop
Let
pushing kids
people,
just to go to college, just to go to college, just for the sake of saying, oh, my kid goes here, my kid goes there.
yeah. I mean, and okay, don't get me wrong. Like, if you know what you want to do, I think it's great. But
Exactly.
okay, if somebody says, okay, I want to go start a business, support them in that. It's probably be cheaper. You probably be in less debt and be able to get more money,
Seriously.
sending them to and sort of sending them to college. Like I know people that are in debt for like $300,000. Yeah, you might make 150K or 200K, but then by the time you got to pay all of that back, that's a house note. And
Exactly.
that's not including, oh, you got your regular, especially if you live in Los Angeles, you're probably spending at least 2,500 for a one bedroom minimum. And it might be in the hood.
A lot of people are in the hood
Yeah.
because it does cost it. Oh, it costs a nice little coin to
Yeah,
live somewhere comfortable.
yeah. I mean, anywhere on the west side, I say anywhere, west of Crenshaw, it's gonna be arm, foot, leg, thigh, and maybe a breast cheek.
I
'Cause
just saw.
oh, you can't. Where you gonna go?
I
You
it's
got
not.
a side hustle on a third side hustle, second side hustle, fourth side hustle, because you gotta have money and these groceries.
We're not gonna talk about the groceries.
Guess we
I'm
are.
just happy the price of eggs came down because I can't afford. I could. Well, I should say I couldn't afford to keep paying damn near $10 a dozen.
Well, you were going to the wrong spot, boo. You should have been going to Costco. Costco had having dozens, and I'm talking about organic, like 24 for $8.
So let me tell you, with Costco, once I realized we weren't going enough for my liking, I was like, we get rid of that thing.
Oh no, girl, I get enough back on my Costco card. Like that's my spot, okay? The people in the store know me. Like, oh hey
That's
Rachel,
hilarious.
I'm dead serious. And to me, it's like a challenge for me to get out of there without spending $100. If you can get, I call it the $100 store because if you
I,
and
yeah.
everything I eat is all the way in the back, and they got a snack, so I'm over there with my little foodie self grabbing my food and buying that too.
See, that's how. So we had Sam's Club and we had Costco. And
Yeah,
when I say, oh my gosh, and now there were products at Costco that I couldn't get at Sam's Club, and products at Sam's Club that I couldn't get at Costco. So I would like on certain Saturdays, I would hit one up, and I couldn't go.
yeah,
I never went to the Costco in Hawthorne. I would always go to the one in Torrance where I had to drive a
yeah,
good 20, 30 minutes because no matter, even if you go early in the morning, you still got a nice little drive.
yeah, yeah. No,
This is
my school was
a
over there.
and that's why I say, even with travel time, people laugh when I say I use my GPS to get places, even if I know where the hell I'm going.
Yes.
I want the fastest route.
No, you know what's funny about that is when I started working at the salon, I was like, oh, okay, so let me find out how to get here. Do you know I still check my GPS on almost every day, even if it's a similar um route, it's different every
Every day.
single day. And
Every day.
I'm
Yes.
seriously like, y'all can't find the same route every day. Like, okay, I'm gonna get lost my dang self because you can't,
Now, I will admit the good thing about that is you learn back streets
oh, for
everywhere in the
sure. For sure. But if you're really trying to remember how to get somewhere, it's
Yeah.
and then the thing is too, the GPS is wrong. So now I just anywhere I go with the time wise, I add on like 15, 20 minutes to my thing, like so not early because I was late for work every day. I'm a late person like that, but it was making me late because it would say 30 minutes and it ended up being 45.
Right. And see me, I've had to learn to calm down. Trust me. Me, I will say 3 years ago, I'm gonna give myself some grace on that. 3 years ago, I was like super anal, like anal to the point where it was like if I was a minute late, I would be like my whole day is ruined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what if I'm late, I'm late. It was meant for me to be late because I
Mhm.
can wake up and see, and I'm the type of person where if I know we have to be somewhere, say at 12:30, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning so I can do my hair because you know how these curls are. These curls gonna do what they want to do for
Yeah.
one.
That's what mine's in a bun.
I don't want to have wet hair, so when people hug me, they're like, you
Yeah.
know. And then it's like, okay, after I do that, I still got to get myself ready. And me, I can have a vision of an outfit in my head.
And then
I
doesn't work.
try it on, and it's like, I'm not feeling it. And now I got to try on
Our
something
bodies are changing too, so it's like it don't fit the same.
exactly.
And
Oh,
that's the room gets dirty.
I
Took out the
remember
whole damn closet out the thing.
my freshman year because yeah, that was the year my grandfather died. I'll take a nap until the time I'm supposed to be. Yeah, my daughter is the queen of naps, but that's a whole nother situation. She's the queen of a nap. Like you are too young to be taking naps like that.
No, no. Yeah, you took naps when you were a kid. No. Girl, that's what I think is wrong with people nowadays. I think they should give you at least a 45-minute nap every day on top of your lunch.
Well, what makes it worse is Drake in one of his songs said, "I don't take naps," and I'm like, doggone it. Oh, I'm just over here about to spend
You-
my
but
wine.
no, you should.
Well,
So
in Mexico they have siesta, so where they just kind of everybody takes a nap. I'm all for a good nap. I
yeah.
love a nap. If I and see me, if I'm on my couch, I'm gonna doze off. I don't care if it's for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna doze off at some
I'm
point.
oh girl, I'm telling you. Like I said, I was on the couch when I called you earlier and was like, "Oh shoot," and I was like, "Oh dang, let me not lay down because I will not get up."
Get up.
Or you would have been dinging me, and I'd have been like, oh.
I'd have called you and been like, hey, so about that thing we were gonna do tonight.
I'm like, "My bad, I'm coming on late. Sorry."
But you know what? It is what it is. Like, and I tell people all the time, people are going, like even with me, because they look at it as, oh, it's a hobby for me. And it is, but it's not. I eventually want this to make me money.
And it
I
will.
I want this to be, my full-time thing. And I'm making some really great connections and I'm loving every bit of it. I see no reason to be at home and not take a nap. No, I agree. A
Yeah.
nap is a great thing. And it's funny because when you're a kid, you don't love naps, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I do want this to be, my full time, make me money. And the more I do it, the more I learn from people, like hearing, okay, what did they do to take care of, certain things? What are they doing so that way they can make money while they're doing wine? And people give me such great advice. Like I've met so many amazing people, I've met some high profile people, and I'm just like, okay, let me, process the fact that I've met you, one, and two, understand what made you jump into wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick their brain. And then there are people where they're just like us. And it's like, oh, well, I got into wine because of X, Y, and Z. I did this so that way I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning from people every day things that I couldn't go to a school and learn.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a passion until, I want to say, this has been a few years in the making. I talked about doing this, and of course, me being, while I'm very social and I love people, it was one of those where I was very hard on myself
Mm,
because I didn't want to look stupid. I didn't want to seem like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I wanted to really give something with good meaning behind it. And oh man, even just where I'm at now, it was a work in progress. So
mm-hmm.
now going through everything that I'm going through and really saying, this brings me joy. Like I look forward to Wednesdays because I'm like, oh man, I get to talk about a new bottle of wine. I
Yeah.
get to have a topic conversation, but at the same time, the background behind wine. I'm looking forward to taking my WITSET test. I want to become every stage of it to where I can say I'm a true connoisseur of wine.
And
I
you
can
know
go,
what? That really, like I want to be the goat. You know what I
mhm,
mean? And when you touch all those bases and you're dotting your I's, crossing your T's for everything, and you know this, and you're like, look, I know how to do this to the point where you need to go somewhere and learn how to make the wine for real, for real. And I
serious,
like that way, then can't anybody say anything. And I mean, honestly, it don't really matter what anybody has to say. And that's one thing
right?
I can say, turning 40, I'm like, I don't care what y'all think about me. Y'all could think I'm funny. And I always thought I was weird and different. And I realize I'm embracing that. And your individuality is what's going to make you great. And
I
we're going
think that's a part of
to
us being in
laughing
the
about
private
this.
school world too.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, we're going to be sitting up here one day laughing about this. Like, yo, do you remember when you only, had this many people on your show? And then you're going to be having 100,000 people on your show, So
Seriously.
you can believe it, you can achieve it. And don't let nobody tear you down and make you think that you're not good enough. Uh yes, take constructive criticism, but not everybody's what everybody else has to say doesn't matter. If you enjoy doing it and you're not hurting anybody, keep doing what you're doing. You know, you got this. And
That Thank you,
look,
Micah.
I've been, I watch from, I look. That's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna come on your show, and because I mean, if this is the way I can support, this is way I can support, and I'll definitely come
And
on you again, and
I
we could talk about some random BS.
seriously, I truly appreciate that because I recently went to Wine Fest in LA, and I had a PR girl just randomly. She's like, "Hey," she's like, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I have a wine channel." And she asked me, she's like, "Well, how many followers do you have? How many subscribers do you have on this?" And she's like, "You know what? Never mind. This is what I want you to do." And I was like, "Whoa." So I was a bit taken aback by the situation. But the fact that she told me, "I want to get you where you want to be,"
Mm-hmm.
that in itself was just like, "Okay, let me just, what you want, what do you want me to do?" And I was so excited about the situation that I don't even know if I did it right, but I was really happy to just be in the presence of other people who were engulfed in wine, who were big to an extent. And I embraced all of it. I met some people, even people that I followed who have been doing this for many years, are now, they talk to me, they encourage me, and they're in wine. So it's like I look forward to that. But I will say my honey and my daughter are two of my biggest supporters. They when I started, they were like, no, that's not it." "What are you doing?" So I don't take criticism from everybody, but if there are people that I know, they, one, care about, my well-being, and two, they're not going to just tell me things to make me feel good. I don't want those kind of people around me. I want people that are going to tell me, "Yeah, you did good here, but you could have did a little something
Yeah.
better
Oh, I
here."
got you. I got And you know
It-
what? That's the thing, like, even with the nails, like, I look back at some of my nails and I'm like, wow, look at the growth. Like even the nail polish application,
right.
cuticles, like little things that, like, I used to be like, how do they do that? Like, how do you do that? And it was just practicing and practicing and practicing, and
Every time you
that's why
practice,
I'm
it gets
so
better.
grateful. Like, I mean, when I say I'm grateful for every last person that comes to me and is like, "Hey, Rachel, these nails are great, but you could do this." And I like the honesty instead of people just not coming back or whatever. Tell me what the heck
Right.
is wrong so that I can improve. And you're gonna do fine. And like I said, I can come back on another time. We could talk about some regular stuff. And
I am gonna have a segment where it's just like we're just shooting the shit.
well, I mean, look, I got stories. We could talk about dating. We could talk about all of that stuff because it's
Oh,
hot mess out.
speaking of dating, are you dating?
I don't have anybody seriously that I'm talking to.
Uh-huh.
I have some prospects, you could
Okay.
say, or
Oh,
um, but prospects, you could say prospects. But I wouldn't say that, like, no,
it's a
there's nobody-
serious situation.
yeah, like I've literally like just okay, you want to go eat? All right, let's go. Like not anybody. I mean, honestly, um, I have to have somebody that understands my lifestyle because there's times where I leave my house at 8 a.m. in the morning and I don't get home till midnight.
And it's I like that you said that because I was gonna go into what advice would you give. She got entanglements.
Ah!
Nah, you are freaking crazy, and I love you for that.
Hey, I mean, call it what you want to call it. But you know what? That's the thing. When I was dating someone, and for like a year, and it just ended recently, and he couldn't understand. Like he'd be like, "Oh." all you care about is making money, your dogs and your son. Well, first of all, yes, my dogs, and my son, yeah, they're gonna die if I don't take care of them. I mean,
Well,
but like dogs, those are my babies, and he didn't like dogs. Yeah, so it got
who
to the
don't like dogs?
my daddy. But I'm just saying. But it gets to that point where you're like, okay, I don't have time to be putting all that energy into you when I'm trying to start a business. So I need somebody that understands that, like, we'll make time for each other.
And
But
see, that's the thing. So I'm dating an entrepreneur.
mhm.
Well, I'm not gonna say dating. I am with an entrepreneur. And even myself, sometimes I have a hard time, and I have to talk to myself because it is hard being with an entrepreneur. Because, for one, they have a certain lifestyle that they want to live up to,
Yeah.
they have certain things that they have to do to keep their business running. A
Mhm.
lot of people do not understand it is a sacrifice.
It's such a sack of time. Like somebody hit me up the other day and was like, "Rach, where you been?" I mean, now granted, I know you. I don't know if you knew, but I lost my grandfather back in November.
I do
I
remember.
just, I just kind of took a hiatus. You know what I mean? Like people were like, "Oh, he was 100 years old." That was my dog.
It
Okay,
doesn't,
that was my ace
I
boon
don't think
coon.
people understand that.
And like my grandpa still had it all here. Okay, so um, I, I, you know, Emil, I'm on the live. Oh, somebody attacked. Who attacked my babies? Some golden retriever. Oh, I do know the golden retriever. She had him off the leash. Oh, oh God,
I knew.
it's my friend Kiana. Hi, Kiana. He said, "Hi, Kiana."
He probably don't remember me.
Horse ran away, and then Creed like ran to the rocks, like Creed like whimpered. Creed cried. I almost hit the golden retriever. Like, oh Lord, girl. See, live.
I told you. I told you. Live be hilarious. You never know which way it's going to go. What advice would you have to give to someone who is dating or in a relationship with an entrepreneur?
Um, you gotta find somebody that is okay with being without you sometimes.
He
Uh,
don't care about you being alive. He
no,
don't.
like, and I'm keeping it 100. Like, or they have to or date you another entrepreneur because the thing is they don't. But I feel like you kind of need the stability with one person being there. But
Yeah,
but yeah, like it's tough. It's really really tough. Like being out there dating and you're out here hustling all hours of the day and they go work their 9 to 5 and be like, oh, what are you doing? No, I can't. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's
it
yeah.
is tough. No, because like there are times where my honey have jobs in different locations, and sometimes he has to stay because it doesn't make sense to come all the way back home, to drive all the way back out there and come all the way back home. It's like sometimes it's stupid, especially if it's like towards the end of a project. It's like, no. And yes, it does get lonely. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say it doesn't because it does. Or you may miss them. But guess what? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, it does. I mean, I don't want to see nobody every day anyway.
And you know what? My honey is the same way.
you
And I'm okay with that. And
like I mean, yeah,
miss me. It's okay to miss me.
I want to miss me sometimes, okay?
Girl, tell me about, there are days where I'm like, I just want to freaking lose myself and
Yeah,
just be like, I don't want to be nobody's mama. I don't want to be nobody's nothing. I just want to go and just be alone. I
wait,
want to do what I want to do. I want to eat what I want to eat. I want
yeah,
to, if I want to take my freaking nap, if I want to watch a freaking show that nobody's into, I just
yeah,
want to do that. So it is a little easier sometimes for me to understand now. Now,
yeah.
old me a couple years ago was like, oh no, I need you.
No,
But with growth and understanding that it does take a lot of freaking work to grow a business, a
it's a
successful business. it's a lot of extra work that you don't realize comes
Well,
with it.
even the books,
Girl,
the books, the um
where's the money going?
yeah, okay, girl, yes, all of that, the books, the Instagram,
Mm.
all of that. I don't be wanting to post.
Social media is a whole life in itself. People don't understand, like, sometimes I'm about to let out a little secret that some people probably are going to hate me for. But sometimes you record multiple videos at
Uh,
a time
I,
just to put out
yeah,
later
yep. So that you know,
because it, it's rough out here in these streets with getting stuff done.
yeah. No, it's tough, and like sometimes I'm like, I don't have any content, and it's just it's tough, it's rough.
You're right. It does drive a wedge in the relationship when the other person doesn't understand the life. It does, and that's where the arguments come in.
Or
And people, yeah,
them wanting to see you when they want to see you instead of when you both are available.
right. And that's what the one thing I will say with me taking on this new venture. I'm thankful to have the partner that I have because he does understand that, sometimes it will be a moment's notice. Like, I went to Wine Fest with, the intention of I was just going to make some content, one, and two, just to say I wanted to go to Wine Fest. I really wanted to go, and one of the reasons is because there was a wine, Generational Wealth Wines. I love her. She's amazing. I follow her on Instagram and I found out she was going to be there. So I wanted to go meet her in person and support her because I've been supporting her on Instagram and I wanted to actually physically meet her in person. And because of that, I was able to go back the next day and do more work, like actual work, which I thought was dope as hell. I got to meet some other people in wine. I got to get behind the scenes content. And to me, that was an experience in itself. And now it's like anything I do, I'm like, oh, if I see wine, I'm like, oh, that's content.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Everything is content. And
Everything is content.
you know what? And I'll even sometimes take myself like going in a nail shop or something, or going to, one of those spots, um, just to post it. Or I'll post somebody else's crazy nail. And it's not even my work. Because I'm like, well, it's content, and it's still nail related. So yes, everything is content. And I also want to see your lifestyle. People want to see how you're living. Even though I don't like people knowing what I do too much, I might post on a workout, but I don't know. I don't want you to know who the man I talk to. Well, none of that. You have to really figure it out because I don't ever post.
And I'm the oh my gosh, it's so funny. I'm the same way. So and like I told you, over the phone, I said there are times where people will say my honey's name, on live, and I'm like,
My
no.
over here, he's dropped like kind of look. I'm like, you can say hi.
But it's like until I'm like, oh, but even then, it's like if when I do have him on, nobody's gonna really know
Yeah,
because it's not something, I don't want people to be biased about certain things or, it's a whole lot, but it is a lot that goes into this industry. And I don't want people, saying certain things or thinking certain ways, but it's a lot that goes into this. Even with editing, I don't edit my own content. I really don't because my honey he's been in doing a lot for so long. He's done photography. He's in like right now his main focus is construction and remodeling. But he's done photography, editing, videography, everything. I don't edit my own stuff at all. I don't. He has taken on that role of, making sure that's how he supports me as well.
that's
Not
dope.
just making sure, oh, okay, our son is taken care of when I'm out of the house. But it's dope to me that he is that supportive of me. And even when I was starting this journey, it was just like, okay, so what are you doing? No, that's whack.
Yeah,
And anybody else would have said that, I would have been like, what do you mean that's whack?
Mhm.
Like, tell me what's whack about it. But because he said it, it's like, oh, okay, so what do you think I should do? How do you think I should structure it to make
Yeah.
it better? And you listen to the guidance of it, and you're just like, okay, I received that feedback and I'm willing to make these changes. Okay, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then you continue to go on. And then you're like, okay, you start to feel more confident. And the more you feel confident, the more you're able to put out quality work.
Yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Definitely.
So it's dating an entrepreneur, even dating somebody that it has a hobby, because a lot of people consider what I do a hobby. I'm like, no, eventually this is going to pay the bills.
But you know what? I had someone tell me the other day, because I had a couple of months where I was like, oh my God, like, what's going on? What am I gonna do? And they're like, oh, well, that's a hobby that you're doing. And I was like, it's not a hobby. I do this all the time. I was like, it's easy to clock in for somebody else. It really is. And
It
even that I'm working at a salon, to my salon, it's a lot easier to go in and go do that. It to go out
it is
and on yourself is really it's
because you have to depend on you.
mhm. Mhm.
And
And
people don't understand the hustle that really goes into depending on you
yeah, don't get up and you ain't no money coming in.
at
But
all.
it's so rewarding when you do it yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause you're like, "Yeah, I did that." So, those are things that I work on that I'm like, "Yeah, I did that." Like, I'm dope. Like, you have to tell yourself. And, you ever heard that when, Snoop got his star and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, thank me?" Hey, yo, I really understand. I get it.
You
Because
get it.
true. You got like, "Okay, Imma get through this today. I don't know how Imma do this. I don't feel like getting up today. I don't wanna do this." And you still go and you do it and you get it done. How rewarding later.
And some days it is hard because you're just like, I just want to lay here, or I'm tired,
Mhm.
or I'm this, or I'm that. Like even today, like I tell myself on Wednesdays, okay, try to be cute. Now, some days I'm not gonna lie, the hair is in a bun, it's in a ponytail.
Would you see mind what it's doing?
But then I'm just like, there are some days where I'm just like, no, F it. I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna curl my hair. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna do this because I want to have a certain look about myself because this is my brand. Or I had someone upset because I didn't allow their tag on a post to go on to my thing. And I'm just like, look, if it was my personal situation, fine. I will have no issues. But when it comes to my brand, I am very particular about what I post,
Mhm.
what I allow to be tagged onto my brand because I'm trying to grow this and what I want to be shown is what I want to be shown. And I have every right for that.
No, sure. For sure.
And if you don't understand that, you're really not supporting me in the way that I need your support. And then there are people that completely understand it and they're like, hey, well, what do you feel about this? And what do you feel about that? Post it.
Mhm. No, definitely. And I mean, that's the thing. If you like something, go for it. Don't
Exactly.
nobody else has to say.
But I love the fact that I'm truly like when I say I'm proud of you. And I know you're older than me. So
Slowly, but
I give you a little more, of that. But I'm very proud of you. I'm thankful that you took me under your wing at such a very young age and you loved on me throughout the years.
yeah, we always been good. Always,
And
always
it's so funny because I tell people all the time, like, I've never been a girl's girl. Like,
yeah.
I don't, if
There.
I like you, I like you.
Well,
And
we
here's
were being
why.
white girls. You know what I mean? Like,
It's hard to like other women because we see through the bullshit.
yeah, yeah, no, and that's why, like, I'm like, yeah, I always, gravitated to the males and my brothers, and just things like that. Like me and my sister's bigger. But
Yeah,
I mean, the love's still there, but I just, you
it's a
can't.
different situation.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So,
when I say if I call another woman my friend, it's genuine
oh, for sure. For sure.
because you showed me that you genuinely care about me, one, and two, we've clearly been through something
Mhm.
that has shown like like I said, my freshman year, even when my grandfather died, you were there for me
Yeah.
to kind of help me through the situation, in one way or another, whether it was just letting me be silent and cry through the situation because that was a hard time. That was a hard year. Like my freshman year of high school, I have to deal with my grandfather dying of cancer.
No, girl, I get it.
And I didn't even know if I was going to make it through the year. But the fact that, for one, being in private school, they're very understanding
Yeah,
because you're paying for it.
for real.
And two, it's like having good friends that are like, back off. She's going through some stuff. Just, somebody having your back. And you literally have my back from the time you met me
Yeah.
until now.
Baby sis.
Literally, you've been calling me your baby sis since we
Yeah, forever, forever. No,
so
hey, the love, my cup runneth over for you, and it's just being older. I've been trying to really work on that even more, on being,
yeah,
you know, being good to people, because it definitely does come back to you. And like I said, I lost my grandfather in November too, and well, you had lost yours a lot before me, but um, like I felt like I was crying at work the other day. His favorite song came on, and I'm boohooing while somebody's nails. And she's like, "Why are you crying?" Because I'm literally doing her nails and crying, like tears are just coming. Like I was trying not to cry, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. This is my grandfather's favorite song, and like I'm crying." So whenever I hear "What a Wonderful World," I start bawling. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not that. I mean, granted, I'm selfish to want more time, but at
right,
the time, I miss him. And it's definitely been a year of growth. Shoot, a few months of growth, because it's only been six
right.
months. And seeing how many people really have reached out to me, people that you think are your friends weren't there, they didn't show up. And
That part.
it starts just making you realize who really has your back for real when the go when things get on rough, and are they gonna be there? And
That,
you know what I mean? And it sucks.
and that's the crazy thing. Grief. People think, oh, their birthday, their death day, and that's the extent of it.
Yeah.
But grief hits you in those moments where it's like you said, a song.
Yeah.
Certain memories will bring
A
on,
smell.
oh my gosh, I can walk through Macy's sometime and it'll be, a familiar scent. And I'm like,
Yeah.
even doing the dishes sometime, like when I'm at work, if they have a soap that has smelled like a familiar scent, it's like, oh, this reminds me of this.
Yeah. No, girl. When I
Or if it's certain things, like I'm not gonna lie, I think what made me realize that my partner was the person I was supposed to be with, was that person, was when I realized he's so much like my grandfather
hmm
that it was just like, oh my gosh. And the joy that I get from being with him is just
that's dope.
seriously, like I can't just
Well, you know what? And I get what you're saying, because that's what I feel like I'm lacking. And when I've been looking for a partner, when I've been dating, it's like,
seriously.
dang, where's that person that just get, you know what I mean? They just understand
Yeah.
you. They can laugh with you no matter what you do. They still like, you know what, you get on my nerves, but I still love you.
Woo!
Where
People
is?
don't get that part.
Oh,
Like your partner is gonna get on your nerves sometimes. I
yeah,
know I get on his nerves. And there are times where I'm just like, okay, okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna shut up after this. and you understand it, but you truly get the connection. And
Mhm.
it's hard to let go of that connection sometimes because you're just like, you get me. I
Mhm.
get you. And I want to make it work. And I think that's how people go, oh, well, because they didn't have this or they didn't have that. And it's like, no, they wanted to make it work
Mhm.
in reality. It doesn't matter if social media wasn't around back then. They would still be in hoes.
No word.
You think cheating wasn't around because it wasn't on social media? No, they were still able to cheat. But if you want to make it work, you're gonna make it work. It
Oh,
doesn't matter what's
for
around or
sure.
what. It
For
floozies was around back then.
Yeah, they've been around for ancient days,
It
girl.
don't matter. A woman is gonna open. A woman is gonna do what a woman is gonna do. I'm gonna
Oh,
say that. I'm gonna censor it for YouTube a little bit. But people make it work when they want to make it work,
mhm.
and that I think that's what makes or breaks things nowadays. But no, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Life is lifing.
Oh, it is, and it's tough. It definitely is tough, but I'm really positive, and I've been praying on to God for God to send me the right person, and I'm gonna just keep doing what I do every day and being me and being
It'll
happy,
happen
and he'll send them to me. My partner.
when you
That
least expect it.
oh for sure. So I'm gonna just keep working on myself and becoming the person that I need to be for them, and that's just how I see it.
And sometimes you're meant to go through your journey to a certain extent before that person comes in your life because maybe you needed to build up a certain tolerance.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Or, yeah. So I just want to say I'm definitely proud of you. I'm
You.
so like when I say I'm so proud of you, I'm so proud of you. And
Thank you.
that's the reason I can say I fully because when I don't support everybody,
I got you.
I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't support everybody, but I'm definitely one of quality. I'm definitely, somebody that supports people who are genuine,
Mhm.
to what they are putting out there. Not just, oh, I just want to make a dollar.
Yeah.
And you have been really good to me with that. And I believe in supporting people who are going to do what, the right thing. So
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy that we have come to that. And I'm glad that I've supported you in different ways in
Hey,
your
and
life.
look, and I got to, do the same for you.
I'm so happy for that. I know we've been talking about this for a couple of months.
Yeah. No, and you know what? It's crazy because I work Wednesdays now, but I was off today. And that's why I was like, oh, I'm off. Like I can be on your show today. Fine. I was like, oh, cool. And so I didn't want to, turn it on, give you a like, whatever it may be. Because it's like,
And that is greatly, people don't understand a like, a comment, a share, everything. It
yeah.
goes a long way.
No, definitely. So I'm glad I was able to be here for you.
I appreciate
Like
it.
I said, we're gonna be laughing about this one day. Like, man, you remember when I had 2 followers and now look at me now. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you just gotta keep going. Keep
You
going.
know, funny
Uh,
you say that. I had somebody tell me, they're like, oh, you only have this many followers or this many subscribers. And I'm just like, I would rather have quality over quantity
Oh, for sure.
any day because the quality speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like, oh, she's got 10.4 million followers or
People
subscribers.
are actually on there.
Right. I want people who are actually genuinely invested into me as well as you. And even with you, it's like you joined a wine show when you don't drink like
No, I don't.
that. And this is showing people, I don't get my nails done like that, but when I do, it's because I just didn't have the time.
Yeah. No, but you know what? This
Like
helps.
what you see is what you get. Like I'm literally like today, I said, oh, I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Life hit, and I was like, well, you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
it happens. And but everything, I wish you the best, man.
You-
And uh yeah, next time I come on, we can talk about some other fun stuff.
The fun stuff. Oh, I'm telling you, there are days where lives go that way, and I'm just like,
But that's what makes it good.
it does make it good. It makes a good show,
Catch you out today, so they not, you know.
and I enjoy what I'm doing. I look forward to Wednesdays because it does give me a break in the monotony of it. I don't have to be like, oh, okay, well, I went to work from this time to this time. I'm taking care of X, Y, and Z. And wine, people think I'm just doing it because I just want to drink. No. Well, yes, I do love to drink. But I do want to give out, good quality wine. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is actually really good. And
Because
I've had
you almost done with the bottle.
the last time I did that, I drank a whole bottle of wine on a show a few weeks ago. And there is another wine content person that I follow on Instagram. And I was just like, yo, this wine is so good that I actually drank the whole bottle. Well, I finished the bottle after the show, but I finished the whole bottle. And they were so excited to hear that I liked it that much. This one was really good. I'm very surprised at that because if I don't like it, people can tell. They're like, "Oh, she didn't like it." The Trader Joe's wine tastes. The Joe's wine tasted like olives. It was gross. So yeah, but this one is really good. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm very happy about you joining me finally.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a pleasure. It was a
And
pleasure.
we'll be we talk.
Yeah, no, we'll talk. We will definitely talk.
So I'm happy and I'm thankful that you joined me.
Definitely, definitely. All right, girl.
Well, I thank you for joining me.
Yes. All right. Have a good night then.
You too.
All right. How do I do
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.